Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you see me?
yeah.
Okay, super. It's nice to hear from you today. How do you do?
Um, I'm a little tired, and I want to sleep because this night was so noisy.
Okay, how was your working day today?
Um, it's not hard working day. It's a routine working day,
Okay.
but I'm very tired.
Have you had enough time for fully your tasks today?
Еще раз вот это вот.
Have you had enough time for deciding all the problems and all tasks that you needed to get today?
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, that's important. Thank you. So tomorrow is gonna be a free day, right?
yeah,
Amazing. And I'm happy that you can relax after all and prepare for your trips. Uh,
yeah,
I know that you are going to your mother's birthday, right?
yeah,
Super. And also, I know that you are going to visit Odessa, right?
yeah.
Okay, super. Your holidays seems really nice because they are connected with traveling. Traveling is always a wonderful method that can a little bit make you joyful, joyful of the life. Do you feel joyfulness inside of you?
Maybe, yeah.
It's
I'm
great.
not sure.
Yes, because after negative episodes, right, we always want
Mhm.
something positive. We always want some good vibes. So, uh, as for me, after negative nights or unsleepy nights, I would like to travel somewhere to get some energy from traveling and also to get some energy from another place, not to be at home. This is like my ideal paradigm of solving
Mhm.
stressful situations. So I hope that you will solve your stressful situation, and with the help of traveling, you will encourage yourself for a great new work. We are going to finish today's work with Oprah Winfrey, and I would like to start today's meeting with a special encouraging interview. This
Mhm.
interview, Oprah told on this interview, Oprah told about her life experience to some students from one of the universities from states, and she is telling different important things from her life that helped her to become stable, to become strong, and to become successful. I would like you to listen
Mhm.
to her, and probably her speech will encourage you maybe to take some experience from her life and use this experience in your own life. Sometimes it's really valuable, in my opinion. So, my demonstration screen is on, the audio is
Mhm.
on. Let it start.
The three things that I want to leave with you, just these three. I could do 10, I could do a whole life class. But just these three things will carry you if you let them. First and foremost, knowing who you are. Knowing who you are. Being able to answer this question: who am I? And what do I want? You know, many times when I go out of the country, I am baffled by that question. To explain what is your occupation. I've stood there for 10 minutes. Well, am I a talk show host? Well, I'm more than a talk show host. Am I a businesswoman? I'm a businesswoman. I'm more than a businesswoman. Am I an entrepreneur? I'm more than an entrepreneur. So I just leave it blank or self-employed. So I'm not asking for the roles that you play as daughters. I'm not asking that question. What are the roles that you play as a daughter, as a friend, as a sister? You're going to be a lawyer, you're going to teach, you're going to be a pharmacist. I'm asking the bigger question of who am I? Who am I really? My answer is I am God's child. I am that which is born of all that is. I am, as Pierre de Chardin said, a spiritual being having a human experience, come trailing the breath of the ancestors yet, but trailing the breath of the angels, and understanding that because I am connected to the source of all that is possible for me. That's who I am. And what do I want? I don't want to just be successful in the world. I don't want to just make a mark or have a legacy. The answer to that question for me is I want to fulfill the highest, truest expression of myself as a human being. I want to fulfill the promise that the Creator dreamed when He dreamed the cells that made up me. What do I want? You must have some kind of vision for your life. Even if you don't know the plan, you have to have a direction in which you choose to go. I never was the kind of woman who liked to get in a car and just go for a ride. I had a boyfriend who would say, let's just go for a ride. I want to know, where are we going? Do we have a destination? Is there a plan? Or are we just riding? What I've learned is that's a great metaphor for life. You want to be in the driver's seat of your own life, because if you're not, life will drive you. So, knowing who you really are in this space and time that we embody. That's number one. What do you want? Who are you? Number two, you must find a way to serve. Martin Luther King said that not everybody can be famous, but everybody can be great, because greatness is determined by service. Now, we live in a world where everybody wants to be famous and where we admire people for just being famous. We think being known brings us value. The truth is, all of that will fade in time. In 3 years, you won't be able to name the housewives of Atlanta.
Припини хаотично тестувати сотні нейромереж, зливати гроші на платні підписки. Тобі не потрібно знати тисячі інструментів. Для стабільного заробітку на контенті достатньо освоїти базову систему.
Проникающие аж мурашки.
The real truth is that service and the significance that you bring to your service is that which is lasting. So to be able to, whatever your occupation or job or talent or gift is, our honorees today getting doctorate degrees, to apparently opposite fields, HIV and AIDS and the spoken word. But what they have in common is service, using the spoken word in service to community and the world. using your knowledge and information about HIV and AIDS and medicine in service to the world. And if you look at all the most successful people in the world, whether they know it or not, they have that paradigm of service. Everybody's talking about Mark Zuckerberg and IPO. Service. Jay-Z rapping. Service. Through the word, to people, through song. For many years, I was really just happy to be on TV, and people would stop and say, "Oh, you on TV?" "Yeah, I'm on TV. I like being on TV. It's a nice job." And it was about the time that I received my honorary doctorate from Spelman around 1993. So I don't know if that had something to do with it. I thought of myself as Dr. Winfrey. That I went back and I took a long look at what it was I was doing on TV and made a decision that I was no longer going to just be on TV, but I was going to use TV as a platform, as a force for good, and not be used by TV. And I will tell you, my decision to make that significant change in the way I operated on television, using television as a service, changed my career exponentially. Service through medicine, service through art. Using whatever it is you produce, your product, as a way of giving back to the world. When you shift the paradigm of whatever it is you choose to do to service, and you bring significance to that, success will, I promise you, follow you. Service and significance equals success. That's number 2. Number 3, it's so simple, but so hard to do. Always do the right thing. Always. Be excellent. People notice. Think of how you notice. You go to Taco Bell, somebody gives you an extra napkin and some sauce. You notice. You want to go back to that person, because even at Taco Bell, excellence shows itself. Be excellent. Let excellence be your brand. Everybody talks about building a brand. I never even knew what that was. When people would say, "You're a brand," I would say, "No, I'm just Oprah." What I recognize now is that my choice to, in every way, in every example, in every experience, to do the right thing and the excellent thing is what has created the brand. Years ago, I did an ad for Revlon for an ad they were doing called Unforgettable Women. And what I know is that when you are excellent, you become unforgettable. People remember you. You stand out. Regardless of what it is, you become an unforgettable woman. And that is what we all want. We want to be unforgettable and not forgettable. So doing the right thing, even when nobody knows you're doing the right thing, will always bring the right thing to you. I promise you that. Why? Because the third law of motion is always at work. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. That is so true in all of our lives. That's what Newton said. Celia in The Color Purple said it. Everything you even try to do to me, already done to you. Everything you even try to do to me, already done to you. So you don't have to worry about revenge or getting back at somebody, making sure they pay. You just have to do the right thing, and the right thing will follow you even when people don't support it. I remember many times on my show. There are many shows y'all never saw. And the reason you didn't see them is because I got the last vote. And I remember 2010, my team, hardest working team in television, had done this interview with a woman who turns out she was a Sunday school teacher by day and a sex addict at night. Ooh. And they were like, you won't believe it. We got her going out, we got her with the men, and we get to show her, and she was willing to show us everything. I sat down with a woman for an interview that was taped. And during the process of the interview, I said, why are you doing this? And she said, oh, I want to help people. I want to tell my story and I want to help people. I said, do you have children? She says, yes, I have a 10-year-old son. I knew right then, this is never going to see the light of day. So we got off the air and I said to the lady, we are not going to air that show. And she said, why? My producer said, why? She knew she was being filmed. She knew what she was saying. She knows what you... I said, because her son will never get over it. Her son will never get over it. And it's not worth a rating point to me. Not worth a rating point to me to know that there's a 10-year-old boy who's destroyed because his mother went on the Oprah Winfrey show and told all her business. You do the right thing, even when other people think it may not be. And oftentimes, when you make a decision to do the right thing, immediately you're faced with doubt. Was that the right thing? Was that the right decision? I don't know, was that the right thing? You always know it's the right thing, when in the end, there is peace. You are rewarded by peace in knowing that you did the right thing. The most important thing I have come to know in doing the right thing and making the right choices is understanding what we talked about yesterday. All of you leaving here have the potential for enormous success. There's a price that comes with that. People don't always like you, and they're not always happy for you. And if you surround yourself with people who are not accustomed to your success, they become fearful, they become scared, because you are reflecting back something to them that they don't recognize. Now, they're not going to say, you know, I'm very fearful, because you're reflecting back to me something I don't recognize. They're going to say, you know what they're going to say? They're going to say, who she thinks she is. Who she thinks she is. That only happens when you are around people who do not mean and want and aspire to the best for you. People who want the best for you want you to be your best. So my greatest advice to you is to surround yourself with people who are going to fill your cup until your cup runneth over. So when people say you're so full of yourself, you can say, yeah. Yes, I'm full. I'm so full, my cup runneth over. And to know that once your cup runneth over, you cannot spend your life with your gallon-size offerings, offering them to pint-sized people.
This is your brain when you're struggling to focus. And this is your brain when you're in the zone. But getting in the zone and
you have got to surround yourself with gallon-sized people who can hang in the same company with you, so that you're not offering your gallons to those little pints out there. who can't hold it anyway. Choice to Change the World. I love that song. I love hearing you all sing that song. And what I know for sure is that the biggest choices begin and end with you, your internal big questions. Who do I want to be in the world? My relationship to source energy, to all that is God. I'm not talking about what you believe in God. I'm talking about your experience of that which is all life, which is divine and universal. I'm talking about the big deal. Being connected and aligned with that. When you are tuned in and charged into that, whenever you feel empty, you go inside yourself and you connect to the source, and you know that all things are possible. To know that, and to choose to do the right thing in service and significance, I promise you, you will create a vessel of service for yourself first, because you have to honor yourself first. You have to give to yourself first, otherwise you have nothing to give away. You will create a vessel for yourself, for your family, your community, and the world. And those three things will not only lead you to a blessed life. I stand as a witness. My life is so blessed, I can't even take it in sometimes. It will lead you not just to a gifted life and a rewarding life that fills you up, but a sweet life. That's what you want. You want the sweetness. You want it to be so sweet, so that even when the storms come, and they will, you'll know, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. The storm is passing over, and you shall not be moved, because you know who you are. When you can do that, grace will follow you, grace and glory. And when they see you coming, it ought to make them proud. They say it's the click of your heels, it's the bend of your hair, it's the palm of your hand, it's the need for your care, because you a woman, you a Spelman woman. Phenomenal class of 2012. Thank you.
Okay. It was an amazing, encouraging speech, which helps to understand our human being, and probably sometimes can solve some questions that are inside of our brain, inside of our mind, and we always ask ourselves about it. So probably we have heard some answers. What to do next, where to go, how to state yourself, and how to move on for not to be stressful and for to be stressful resistant. I want to come back to your work right now and continue our journey till the end of the biography on page 47. Tell me, please, was it encouraging for you to listen to her speech? Maybe you underlined something unusual or something that you disliked into watching that video?
No, I liked this video. I liked what Oprah says. She said it's very powerful, and it's very вдохновляюще.
Inspirational.
Yeah.
Inspirational words, yes.
Inspirational, yeah.
Her speech was inspiring on 200%. That speech reminded me about the speech of Oh, I forgot the name of him. He is the founder of an Apple. Do you remember his name? No? Okay. I've just forgotten his name, but if I remember, I will tell you. Because there is one more speech. This was from Oprah, and there is another speech from that man who became successful thanks to his mind and choice in his life, powerful choice in his life. You know him. You know him very well because you use the gadget that he created, actually.
Yeah.
You know.
Steve Jobs.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. He also has such an interview for graduated students, and his speech is quite inspirational there too. So I definitely recommend to listen to him as well. He's speaking also about his success and some things which made his success. So they're quite okay. Coming back to Oprah's decision, let's start.
Oprah's decision had made her rich, and it had also taught her an important lessons. Control was the key to success. So in 1986, she started her own company, called Harpo Productions. Harpo is Oprah spelled backwards. At first, it was just to create publicity for her show and to answer letters from viewers, but Oprah had big plans for her new company. In 1988, she started to negotiate with the bosses of the Chicago TV station again. This time, she wanted Harper Productions to buy the Oprah Winfrey shows from them. The TV station bosses weren't happy. They knew that Harper would still allow them to broadcast the show, but the deal meant that they were losing control of their most important program. As negotiations continued, it became clear that it's necessary. Oprah was prepared to walk away from her show and go to work in Hollywood. The TV station bosses realized they had no choice. They had to give Oprah what um, так, go так. As negotiation continues, it became clear that if necessary, Oprah was prepared to walk away from her show and go to work in Hollywood. The TV station bosses realized they had no choice. They had to give Oprah what she wanted. As she now owned her own show, Oprah needed a place where she could record it. So she bought an old TV and film production center in West Chicago for $10 million. She then spent another $10 million on new equipment to make sure that Harper Studio was the best production center in the city.
Окей. То есть фактически, что она сделала?
Она, получается, выбила права на это шоу у него, насколько я поняла.
Абсолютно правильно. Да. Она сделала себя полноправным владельцем. потому что она
Да, да.
видела определенный план этого шоу, этой программы, и она точно знала, что ее видение будет не совпадать. Поэтому
Мгм.
она решила играть по-крупному и поставила им ультиматум. Вы делаете так, либо я ухожу полностью из шоу, и мы закрываем программу. И у них не было возможности как-то сманипулировать или что угодно придумать, и они согласились. В результате
Мгм.
Опра выкупила Film Production Center in West Chicago и также вложилась
Мгм.
туда новым оборудованием, вложилась, потратила денег туда.
Мгм.
И она стала знаменитой в центре того города, где она это организовала. Продолжаем.
Mhm. Oprah could not make her shows at times with suited to her, and she could also make more money from them. But her studio allowed her to do much more than that. In 1988, Harpo Productions started making other programs for TV, like The Woman of Brewster Place, and soon other companies were using Harpo Studios to make advertisement films and TV shows. In the 1990s, Oprah business continued to expand in many different areas of the
Entertainment.
entertainment industry. Ordinary people, especially American women, trust her and understand her ideas and beliefs. They see her as an honest person from tough background who has found for her success. This means that many people are happy to buy products that carry Oprah's name. This has given Oprah many great business opportunities. In the 1998, she created a company called Oxygen Media, which produced TV programs for women and children and makes similar material for the internet. Recently, she also started work on a new women's magazine, and she even has her own film company, which has singer a contract with Disney. When Oprah had her 40 years,
40s. 40.
40th, 40th birthday in January 1994, she was already the most powerful woman in the world's entertainment industry and also the most highly paid
High,
over the hmm?
highly
Mhm.
paid. Highly paid.
highly paid. Highly paid. Over the past few years, business magazines have regularly put her in their list of top American businesswomen. At the same time, the Oprah Winfrey Show has continued to be as successful as ever, not just in the US, but also in many other countries around the world. Because Oprah is now is in control of her life, she has also found time to act in several more Hollywood films. And as her business has grown, Oprah has become richer and richer. It now seems likely that she will become America's first black billionaire.
Мгм. Заминка была на слове believes. Есть глагол
Believes.
believe, это верить.
Believe.
Believe,
Мгм.
это верить. А
Да.
beliefs – это существительное. Вера
Ага.
или верования.
Ага, но я так и замялась, потому что как бы похоже, но какое-то окончание странное.
Мгм. Дальше. Произношение тех слов, которые вы хорошо знаете. Signed a contract. Не signed
Signed
и
a
как-то
contract.
по-другому. Signed a contract – это подписать.
Подписать
Подписать.
контракт.
И последнее – highly paid. Высокооплачиваемый. Highly paid. Высокооплачиваемый.
Ага. А у меня еще вопрос. Вот они для связки используют вот это вот S. Ну, то есть я уже не первый раз его замечала. Это
S.
как правильно? Да. Вот, допустим, and as your business has grown.
Ага, окей. В данном случае S означает так как.
Ага.
Так как. И вообще во всех случаях S означает так как. А еще
Ага.
S равняется слову because. Но
Ага.
because конкретно переводится как потому что, а S,
Ага.
как вы определенно подчеркнули, переводится как так как и может использоваться в начале предложения, может использоваться в середине
Ага.
предложения, может использоваться даже в самом конце предложения. S это
Ага.
действительно классное слово, которое связывает множество других слов. Это правда. Мгм. Может
Да.
быть, я что-то не учла, были еще какие-то непонятные слова или фразы?
Нет, все остальное были понятны.
Хорошо. У меня есть вопрос. Сейчас я вернусь назад. Назад. На прошлую страничку. Там нам встретилась... Так. Это не то. Мгм, отлично. Там нам встретилось слово broadcast. Что это за слово broadcast?
Broadcast — это как подарок. Подарок для определенных. Ну, это равняется present, gifts, это я помню. А broadcast — это подарок для поклонников, по-моему, или вот
Нет, смотри,
что-то.
я поняла, в чем проблема. Present – это подарок. Да,
Да.
present – это подарок. Но present является синонимом к слову broadcast. Не present, а present. Не
Ага.
подарок, а презентовать, представлять.
Ага.
То есть это глагол. Это несуществительное.
Мгм.
Это глагол. Хорошо. И у меня еще есть вопросы. Вопросы. Ага, окей. Нам встретилась на прошлом занятии фраза negotiate with, а на этом занятии нам встретилась от него же существительное negotiations. Что это здесь? Negotiations.
Ну, до этого это было negotiate with, это переработать, а это получается перерабатываемый.
Нет, не совсем. Вы представили на прошлом занятии несколько вариантов. Они все были прекрасны. А сейчас вы использовали какой-то самый худой вариант.
Который вспомнился первым.
Походу.
Ам,
Это же надо красиво так, чтобы понятно было. As negotiations continued, it became clear that if necessary, blah blah blah, to walk away. Negotiations.
А, это переписать, получается, доработать, переписать.
Ага, хорошо.
Там, да, я это нашла, это переписать контракт, ну, как бы в этом случае это обозначало переписать контракт.
Переписать, да, доработать, что-то добавить, отредактировать. И в данном случае, так как это существительное, то в этом
Мгм,
контексте оно означает споры, недопонимания и недоработки.
мгм,
И вот эти споры, недопонимания, недоработки и они все больше накапливались в отношении с ее боссами. Так что она уже готова была уйти из шоу совсем и пойти работать в Голливуд, сниматься в фильмах. Хорошо. И сейчас будет последний вопрос. Что-то я не могу никак найти. Сейчас, минуту, я найду. Так, это не то. Так. Это слово я помню, что говорила вам. Оно преследует нас. Оно преследует нас. Где же оно? Неужели не на этой страничке? Ладно, сейчас посмотрим другое. Вообще, какое слово нас преследует? Нас что-то преследует? Вообще преследует. По ночам нас преследуют. Да. Нашла, наконец. Отлично. They see her as honest person from a tough background. Нас преследует слово tough. Tough. Уже стоило запомнить, что такое tough, и активно его использовать. Итак, одни считали, что она являлась честным человеком. Мы сейчас про Опру. Она являлась честным человеком из tough background. Что такое tough background?
Твердый. Ну, как
Твердый.
правильно, он не твердый, как жесткий человек.
О, да, совершенно правильно. Да, здесь действительно tough это жесткий, а background это что? Потому что здесь не человек, здесь background. Что говоришь?
Жесткая background. Ну, ground это, по-моему, земля.
Tough background это непростая жизнь, личная жизнь, непростая личная жизнь. Когда вы в теме отношений услышите слово background, вы не должны мешкаться, потому что background в теме отношений, в контексте отношений означает то, что у вас раньше было, то, какая жизнь раньше у вас была, какие у вас отношения там, с партнером были, что вы проживали. Вот это называется background. То есть это не только задний план, который у меня сейчас в зуме стоит, а в контексте отношений это наша прошлая жизнь, наш бэкграунд, который мы прожили и набили себе шишек. Вот это tough background. Вот у нас сейчас с вами происходит tough background, потому что мы переживаем непростые времена в стране. Вот это называется tough background. Хорошо. С этим разобрались? Окей, последние стихи. Демонстрацию экрана выключила. Я вам присылала в сообщениях в Телеграме так называемые side words. Вы сейчас не заглядываете в Телеграм. Вообще не заглядывайте. Но я хочу кое-что у вас поспрашивать по side words. Хорошо? То, что вы знаете, то, что вы запомнили, то, что вы из контекста выуживали. Уверена, что что-то в пассивной памяти у вас точно осталось. 100% осталось. Так, поехали. Итак, тяжелая жизнь.
Tough background.
Отлично, хорошо. Как сказать, презентовать, представлять?
Так, это будет broadcast.
Хорошо. Как сказать, с кем-то спорить, что-то переделывать, переработать? Именно как глагол.
Так, именно как глагол это negotiate with.
Хорошо, отлично. Как сказать, внезапный прорыв? Внезапный прорыв или неожиданный прорыв?
Immediately?
Да,
Нет.
immediately, да, совершенно правильно, это
Ага.
внезапно, неожиданно. А как сказать прорыв? Внезапный прорыв. Вперед.
Immediately. П-п-п. Почему-то out. Нет, там не out. Immediately.
Как толчок. Видите, как будет по-английски толкать кого-то.
Hit.
Hit.
Immediately hit.
Yes, immediate hit. Отлично. Как сказать человек, который читает новости?
News.
Ага.
News.
И читатель. Вот нужно сказать news и в конце
News reader.
reader. Да, совершенно правильно. Хорошо. И последнее. Как сказать договор?
Договор.
Да, договор.
Это... Ну, сайт это ж подписывать, правильно?
Да, sign это подписывать. А договор? Представьте,
Ага. Это было, договор это deal.
deal, да. Вы общаетесь с вашей директрисой, и она предлагает вам идеальнейшие условия для вашей профессии и работы. И сейчас акцент огромный на идеальный, потому что в этом слове
Ага.
спрятано слово договор.
Deal. Ага.
Ideal, идеальный, deal, договор.
Ага. Deal.
Хорошо. Have you got any questions?
No, no.
Okay. У нас осталась биография Аниты Родик. Ее
Ага.
биографию я вам отправлю в аудиоформате.
Ага.
Подключу и в действие, чтобы она вам записала аудиоформат. И, конечно же, очень буду вас просить за время нашей с вами паузы в работе, чтобы
Ага.
вы ознакомились с ее биографией, хотя бы прослушали, прочитали, если будет время, так как у вас есть распечатка.
Ага.
Думаю, что про нее услышать тоже будет полезно. Окей, our
Ага.
lesson is over. Я желаю вам прекрасно отдохнуть.
Спасибо.
Если возможно, от ужасных вещей. Вот, и
Это да.
совершить что-то прекрасное, о чем сегодня говорила Опра Винфрей.
Супер.
Мгм. Goodbye, thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. Goodbye.